So there are three options for taking the narrative exam, and they are, Stacy?
All right. In door number one, your option is to be part of what the NBCC is calling the standard setting cohort. Yes, you will be part of their norming process, which is taking place from June 6th to June 25th of this year. And then behind door number two, we've got an option to take the narrative exam as part of your NCC certification. If you're seeking NCC credentialing, you would be taking the narrative exam during their fall cycle, which is in October of this year. And for everyone else who is just seeking state licensure, you would be taking the narrative exam starting on November 7th. So previous to November, like any time between now and November 7th, the simulation exam will be offered. But when November 7th comes along, the only exam that will be offered is the narrative exam. Okay, so let's go into a little bit more detail about this door number one with the standard setting cohort guinea pig testing opportunity. So the registration for this is ongoing. It actually started back in February and it runs till the end of May. And you would be sitting for the exam in a window between June 6th and 25th. You'd be being part of their standard setting cohort during that time period.
Yeah,
They're only oh, it is. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
They're only accepting 300 candidates, so it's limited spaces, and you are not eligible to be part of the standard setting if you have previously attempted the NCMHCE before. They won't let you take this standard setting cohort version. Now, when it comes to scores, because you're part of the norming process, it's going to take them a little while to put the scores together. So unofficial scores are going to be available to you a few months after you take the exam in June. They'll be available the first week of August. And official scores will be sent to your state board by August 15th. Now, the standard setting cohort group who's taking the narrative exam are only going to be able to take it online. It will not be offered in person. So you would be taking it online using a testing platform called Examity. And that's important. We'll kind of mention this a little bit later when we talk about the other options, but it has a unique testing platform. The NBCC is offering a $50 discount to students, test takers who are signing up to take this exam. And if you're approved to take this, you need to be pretty sure that you're going to be able to do it, because you can't opt out without going through the re-registration and repayment process. So you're out some money if you decide that you don't want to take it after you've been accepted. This is only available for people who are seeking state licensure. You cannot be part of the standard setting cohort if you are seeking the NCC credential. If you're trying to do that, you're going to have to go through door number two. You can see why this is confusing. So if you are seeking the NCC Board Certification, you will be taking the narrative format of the exam in October, which is when their fall certification cycle is. They have a spring and a fall certification cycle. Your scores are going to be sent to the state board before the 15th of the following month. So for example, if you are scheduled to take your exam on October 5th, your official scores will be sent to the state board sometime before November 15th, that following month. This exam will be offered both online and in person, and they're going to be using the testing platform Pearson VUE and OnVUE, which, if anyone is familiar with or has taken the simulation exam, that testing platform is Pearson. So the look and feel of it will be somewhat similar to Pearson VUE with the coloring and the styles of buttons that you click on. The Examity version, which would be part of the standard setting cohort, is a completely different testing platform, so it would look very different. And then for everyone else, door number three, if you're seeking state licensure only, the new narrative exam will become mandatory for you guys starting November 7th. I don't know why it wasn't November 1st, but it's November 7th. So on this date, you can only take the narrative format. And we get some questions from people from time to time asking, kind of, planning for if I take the exam and I don't pass, but I took the simulation exam. Will I have an opportunity to take the simulation exam again? If you've rescheduled to take the exam before November 7th, then sure, you can take the simulation exam. But if you reschedule your exam for any time after November 7th, the only exam that will be available is the narrative exam, no matter what version you took previously.
And of course, if you took the simulation exam and for some reason you were having a bad hair day and didn't pass it, you have to wait 90 days before you can actually test again.
Yes, exactly. So we're really narrowing in on that window of where, you'll have an opportunity to retest with the simulation exam.